Way Out West boots are traditionally made in El Paso with options of stock sizes or even custom measure for that perfect fit. Today, I have Way Out West cigar elephant boots for this extended test. Let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. Please be sure to like this video, comment below, and most importantly, subscribe. Way back in March, I did a video about the Tecovas Prescott Cowboy boot. And, you know, I made my feelings clear in that, wasn't really a big fan, and somewhere on one of the social media channels, William Miller, owner of Way Out West, commented saying that he could make a better cowboy boot than Tecovas. So I said, cool, go for it, let's see what you got. Turns out he sent me this $2,000 elephant boot. Now that's not quite the same competitive range as Tecovas, but he seems to have lived up to his claim because this is one beautiful boot. But you know where we have to start when breaking down the details. It's with the rundown. Alright, so this is a Way Out West boot and it features cigar elephant on the vamp and the counter. Nothing compares to the quality and durability of elephant, and it's pretty supple considering how tough this leather is. On the side of the boot, you can see towards the back of the vamp the fender stitch of Way Out West. You can see that little W there, and that's considered a bootmaker's signature. For a toe, we have a narrow square toe, also known as a cutter toe, but in the custom cowboy boot world, this is known as a box toe, specifically a 1¼ inch box toe. This boot is coming in at 13 inches tall and it features a bone color calf leather for the top and a hand stitched pattern. Most of these cowboy boots from factories are getting machine stitched tops. This is done by hand and it looks great. You can also see the elephant ear pull tabs as well. Looks awesome. Back here we have a 1¾ inch stacked leather heel, and I love how underslung it is. And for an outsole, it's a leather outsole with a rubber sole saver. So that rubber is put on just to protect the leather a little bit, and you can also see lemon wood pegs alongside that shank there. So traditional. On the inside, it's leather lined all the way through, and it's really soft leather at that. For an insole, it's a hard leather insole, so this is traditionally made. Way Out West boots are made in the USA, specifically El Paso, and the price for this boot comes in at $1,975 for stock sizes, or you can get custom handmade to measure boots for $500 more. Now it's time to try on this boot to see how it looks and feels. Alright, so I got on the Way Out West elephant boots and it's a perfect fit. I asked for a stock size of just 12B, which is my true size, and it fits great. It fits perfect, just like how I would want a 12B to fit. I am loving that underslung heel. Let me pull those jeans over so you can see what this would look like just wearing normal. Check it out. Love that heel. The underslung is perfect. Perfect angle on it. You know, some of the companies that are releasing boots now from factories aren't really going with that much angle. Some of them do, not most of them. So it's really nice to see a heel like that because it looks spectacular. All right, here's the POV. Really like that toe shape. It's a little bit more narrow of a cutter toe than what we usually see from factories, but I really like it. It looks great. And check out the color of that elephant along with the grain of the leather. Geez, just a great looking combination. All right, so this looks like a great boot, but we gotta do some work. All right, so this looks like a great boot and it feels spectacular too, but we still gotta test it out with the extended test.
It was time to get out and do some good with the community and my local Rotary Club as we participated in a highway cleanup along Route 13 in Ithaca, New York. There was a lot of litter along this stretch of highway, so we definitely had our work cut out for us. But we just focused on one piece of garbage at a time. Now, while these aren't your usual garbage boots, it's a good way to test the elephant leather and the Way Out West quality in a shale stone environment. Shale is a fragile stone, but it's sharp and can scratch up leather and rubber sole savers easy. But these Way Out West boots really didn't seem to notice. As I helped the Ithaca Rotary with their highway cleanup, let me share a few random litter statistics. If you take all of the litter in the United States of America and divide it by its population, it comes out to an average of 152 items of litter for each US resident. Also, the most common piece of litter is related to fast food, which I definitely noticed. And more than $11 billion is spent every year on litter cleanup. Just imagine where else we could be using that money. And now that I know these statistics, it's no surprise that my first bag was filled so quickly. And now it was on to my second bag.
A nightcrawler rehearsal is on you. The corner stores are not the cursed on fools. Their plans are universal, gone through and still in power. Nightcrawler rehearsal is on you.
It was only a matter of time before we came across some roadkill as well. We didn't need to clean up any of that though, only the litter. I filled up my second bag, but ended up finding a lot more garbage too big to fit in my third bag. All in all, it was a successful day on this Rotary highway cleanup.
All right, guys, so I wore these around a lot after the highway cleanup. But before we get into my final thoughts about this Way Out West boot, I want to talk about elephant leather and answer some of your questions regarding its use ethically and legally, because I know a lot of you guys are curious. All elephant leather comes from a few countries in Africa who work very hard to build back the population of elephants. These countries organize elephant culls when the herds get too large and start to threaten nearby tribes and human communities, because elephants can be very dangerous to humans. This is all overseen by the organization called CITES, which stands for the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, and they require all the proceeds of elephant leather to go back to elephant conservation. So that's how it's legal to use elephant leather for products like cowboy boots. However, there is an ethical stance that you can take, and you can decide whether or not you agree with it, just like everything else. This isn't my first experience with an elephant boot, but it is my first experience breaking in a brand new elephant boot. And the break-in process was tough. It definitely felt supple and not that stiff to begin with, but it has a hard time agreeing with new directions that you want to force this leather. Like right here is where I had the most difficulty breaking in this leather. It took about a week and a half to 2 weeks of regular wear before this started to really break into the point where it was very comfortable and I wanted to wear it much, much more. And I really wasn't that kind to them. I know some of you guys are gonna be like, why did you just pick up garbage in $2,000 elephant boots? Because it's my job to do that, so you don't have to. And I really wanted to test the durability of this elephant leather and Way Out West boots in general. And I learned that it's a very durable boot. I love the traditional construction of it. Not only that, I really like the angle on this heel. It looks spectacular. The bone color top, that is also very, very cool. I did get some crocking and little staining from my jeans. You can see a little bit of blue areas on this bone color top, but that is to be expected. I did not use any stain repellent or anything like that on these boots. I like to test them as is. You could do that, however, if you wanted to. I wish the heel counter was more stiff. It's a little bit more flimsy than what I usually like to see, but I don't think I will have a problem, or many of you will have a problem. But overall, I really like this boot and the construction of it. William sent me these boots after he watched a Tecovas video that I did because he said that he could make a better boot, and I think he did. Way Out West definitely makes better boots than Tecovas, but it's a completely different level altogether. So this is a traditionally made boot coming from a maker who can make custom fit boots as well, and Tecovas doesn't do that. So this is in a completely different level than Tecovas, and it shows in every area of this boot. I want to know what you think of Way Out West boots or just elephant boots in general. Let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
Way out west, I'm free to stand tall. Way out west and answer the call. Thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this video up here about those Tecovas press kits? Or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe up here, and I will see you next time. You're the best.